Now, our next guest decided at 5 years old she was going to play football for Ireland, and her dreams came true when she was called up to the senior squad at just 21 years old.
Since then, she's become one of Ireland's standout sports stars. Please welcome Jamie Finn. Good morning. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
It's lovely to see you. You are a professional footballer. You play with Birmingham. You play with Ireland. But you always knew that you wanted to do it properly. You wanted to be a football star.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, like, anyone who knows me, I was in an Ireland kit since I can remember. Had a ball attached under my arm, out kicking the ball all the time. And yeah.
There you are.
Yeah, that's so cute. Oh, wow.
That was just me in a nutshell when I was younger. Just constant kicking ball, watching football in that kit.
Yeah.
Probably slept in that.
And, like, what became the road then? Because, like, I feel particularly when we were younger, there was a route for the men to do it, but much less of a route for the women to do it.
Yeah, there was. And I think it was just the norm for me to sit down and watch men's football. There wasn't really, if any, women's football on TV. So, yeah, I think, like, when I was younger, my sister played football and I went up and I think instantly just fell in love with it. And then, yeah, just kind of played, and I was probably shocking at the start, but yeah, just kind of played, practiced, and moved to Shells then. So played with Shells for years, and then that pathway into professional football.
So what's that like? You know, you're playing with Shells, you're doing your thing in Ireland, and obviously there are eyes from the Premier League, from the Women's League, looking over here, which is fantastic. So are you aware of that going, there could be someone coming from the Women's Super League over here? Yeah,
you are. It's always in the back of your mind. And I think if you have that dream to go and play, like, you want to do it. And lucky for me, I knew a manager and he got the Birmingham job. So he just kind of got in contact and was like, listen, I know what you're about. I know how, like, you're a good footballer. I want you to come over. So yeah, it was just like that.
What age were you when you got that call?
I think I was about 21.
21 years old?
Yeah.
So around the same time that you got into the Ireland squad, like, tell us about that. How did you get in? Yeah,
so I was in the underage squads, like, throughout, and then I was maybe like a year and a half where I wasn't in the senior team. And obviously the senior team is like the pinnacle of, you want to get in there. And everyone around me just kept saying, just keep going, it'll happen. And yeah, I got the call 2019, and yeah, just went in, got my first cap, yeah.
And you became a star in that team. You know, you're a person whose name that we know. You're one of those visible people that it is really important for young children to see out doing their thing. But there was a lot of controversy around you because you weren't picked for the Ireland squad to go to Australia. And you had been instrumental in that team. And I'm really sorry to bring it up because you did go over as a training player. How was that? Because as a country, we were all surprised.
Yeah, I was surprised too. It was a heartbreaking moment, to be honest, because like that picture when I was younger, it was always a dream for me to play for Ireland and to represent your country at a world stage. Like a World Cup that was always my dream as well. But yeah, listen, I played in 7 of the 9 qualifying games to get the team to the World Cup. So yeah, it was heartbreaking, but I always knew I wanted to play for Ireland again. That was I said to my mum and dad, I said, listen, I'm going to go to Australia. I'm going to help the team as much as I can because it is a team sport at the end of the day, which is, it's heart-wrenching, but like, that's what it is. And I went over, I helped them as much as I could and said to myself, I'm going to get back in there because for me, it's about playing for Ireland, and yeah, I'm very proud.
What an attitude!
Yeah,
brilliant.
Because I was thinking, would it not nearly be worse being there in that you're so close? You're like, I could be there, I should be there, rather than maybe having just watched it at home.
Yeah, like I thought about staying, but again, it always came back to no, I want to play again. And listen, it's one person's opinion. Football is a game of opinions, and I think as an athlete, you have to believe in yourself and your abilities. And I played in the 7 of the 9 games for a reason. And yeah, listen.
If I were you, I'd have a tattooed 7 of 9 games. Like I was there because it's so instrumental. But you come back, you know, Ireland has a new setup now. You know, there's a lot of good vibes. We've been chatting here about Eileen Gleeson. A lot of people smiling about this woman and what she's bringing to the team. You're like, I'm getting back. And then a sports person's nightmare happened to you in February of this year on Ireland duty.
Yeah, so yeah, I got back in December. I played my first game. I came on as a sub before, but yeah, started. So I said, right, I'm going to put 2023 behind me. And yeah, went into the February camp. raring to go. And just in training, my knee went and I'd done my ACL. I actually couldn't believe it. I was lying on the floor saying, why me? Why me?
It was non-contact, was it a non-contact?
Yeah, non-contact in training. That's, unfortunately how a lot of them happen. But yeah, non-contact, and I knew straight away, which is not a great thing.
And how's the recovery going? Are you nearly back? Are you getting? It's a long road, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's been 5 months since my operation, and hopefully can start running soon. So yeah, people don't kind of realise it's very, very long, and you're basically kind of learning to walk after the operation again. And as a sports person, I'm sitting on the couch being like, get me up,
but it's just so obvious that you obviously are keeping fit, because personally in my life I think Michelle Obama has the best arms in the entire world, but now it's you. Like genuinely, Jamie, I'm not joking. They're a thing of beauty. Put them in the National Gallery of Ireland. So you're obviously keeping incredibly fit.
My mum, she has super arms now. She might,
It's genetic.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
They're so good.
Yeah. Well, how is your mum? Because you brought her up and you're here as an ambassador for the Very Pink Run, which is happening on the 31st of August, because of your mum.
Yeah, so unfortunately she was diagnosed last year with breast cancer in September. And yeah, I was obviously away from home, so that was difficult. I was in Birmingham at that stage. So she, from October to December, had 3 surgeries. And again, wasn't at home. So it was so difficult to kind of be over the phone and hear all that. And then in April, she went through radiation treatment for 4 weeks, so I obviously done my ACL in February, and luckily for me, the team let me do my rehab in Dublin. So I was at home when this happened, which was a blessing in disguise, I think. I always look for why do things happen. So I'm grateful for the time that I could get to be at home while she was going through that.
How is she?
Yeah, she's good now. She's all clear, which is great. Yeah.
That day must have been just wonderful.
Yeah, it was actually, remember the day with the Northern Lights in Ireland?
Oh, yeah.
It was that day she finished.
Way.
Yeah, and we all went out and we were like, this is crazy. And she loves all that. And yeah, it was amazing, yeah.
An absolute sign.
Yeah.
It's lovely there, because I know that I was myself very near. My brother lives in the UK, and I know he found it very tough just being away from the family. And it's not even necessarily that there's anything more you can do, but I'd say that was very, very difficult to just not be there, to be the shoulder to kind of cry on.
Yeah, absolutely. It was difficult. Like, as a sports person, you never really, if you're away from home, you never really get time to get home, Christmas, if even. And I have 2 younger brothers and an older sister as well. So I think it was just important to be at home at that time. So
It's so lovely. And Martina, as you said, given the all clear, keep it on top of it.
Yeah.
Now I'm assuming, because you're wearing your pink, you're not doing the Very Pink Run, are you?
No,
You can't run
unfortunately
yet.
not. No, I wish I was, but I'll be there.
You will be there.
Yeah, I'll be there.
I'm just thinking your manager in Birmingham
I know,
is going,
yeah.
sorry,
She's doing what?
talking about a run. we're not okay with that. But you are chatting about the Very Pink Run, because this is obviously to raise money for cancer services.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, when it happened to my mum, and I just kind of reached out to Breast Cancer Ireland and said, listen, is there anything I can do? Like, can I use my platform? Can I use my social media? Anything to help to raise awareness? And they just said, yeah, if you can jump on and be an ambassador. So that's kind of how that came about.
So this is the Very Pink Run. It takes place all around the country, loads of different places. The 31st of August to September the 8th. You can register at breastcancerireland.com/Very Pink Run, because the work that they do, I don't think we can overstate the work that these organisations do in helping people out when they're going through one of the scariest things in life, really.
Yeah, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing, yeah.
So amazing. So not running.
Not running, unfortunately.
Let's talk about qualification.
Yeah.
For the Euros. We've got a match against Georgia.
Yeah.
Home and away.
Yeah.
Coming up in a couple of months.
Yeah.
Have you been chatting to people? Obviously you have been. How's everyone feeling?
Yeah, they're feeling good. Yeah, I think, we've beaten Georgia before. Obviously not getting ahead of ourselves, but listen, if it's doable, if we get our heads right and go in and train well, and hopefully, fingers crossed.
You hope to be back in and involved?
For this
Bit
one,
too soon? Bit too soon?
A bit too soon. I might go in and have a few chats, have a few coffees. But no, hopefully soon I'll be back on the pitch.
Yeah, well, fingers crossed, and hopefully we'll see you back on that Ireland journey very soon. Jamie Finn, thanks a million for joining us this morning.
Thanks so much, Jamie.
Thank you.
And people can sign up for the Very Pink Run online as well. It's happening in 3 physical occasions, but you can do it online as well if you can't make those, and that will help.
Absolutely. And Martina, if you're around to show us your arms, we'd love to just do a comparison here.